Hey everyone, Olia here. So why I quit my $80,000 job. So yeah, there's a number of different reasons as to why I quit an $80,000 job that I wanted to go through in this video, share with you in this video. I also wanted to quickly thank Currency for sponsoring this video, more on them later on. But it's not the $80,000 job you're probably thinking of because it wasn't a normal 9-to-5 job. So I was doing client work, I was doing UI, UX design to be more specific, designing all sorts of websites and e-commerce and other things, just everything sort of to do with design basically for a number of different clients and companies. It was actually a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I made a lot of new sort of business friends and it was a good gateway to see how other businesses work and sort of the inner workings of other businesses. Reason number one is consistency. So even though I was earning pretty decent money from doing client work, sometimes the income just wasn't that consistent. One month I might make $20,000, $30,000, something like that. But then the next month I might make $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, which was okay because I like to think of myself as someone who's quite good at managing money. So, you know, if I made 20,000 one month and then made nothing the next month, not an issue because I didn't take that 20,000 and just spend it all. So I try and make sure that I had enough to cover myself for the year or so or whatever. I made sure to keep my expenses in check, made sure I had enough for taxes and things like that. Just try to be sensible with the money that I made. However, I knew I wanted to make more money and I wanted to make that money more sort of consistently. I don't want to be so reliant on one or two clients bringing me lots of money each month because a client could just change their mind at the last second. They could be like, hey, we're not going to do this now. Hey, you know, we've actually found someone else to do this or whatever. Or maybe they just change the project entirely and maybe I'm not suitable for it anymore. So yeah, it's one of those things where it just wasn't very consistent. Naturally, it's just one of those types of jobs that comes with that sort of inconsistency. And that actually leads me well into reason number two, which is managing clients. But before we get into it, I wanted to thank Currency for sponsoring this video. Currency is an awesome service designed to make global payments a lot easier. You can use it to make borderless payments quickly and affordably. You can make payments in over 100 countries, receive payments in 40 countries and in 20 different currencies. This is ideal for business owners like myself, where I'm dealing with all sorts of different currencies, where I'm dealing with clients from all across the world. Being able to have sort of one platform where I can manage all that is fantastic. You can also drastically reduce the cost of online stores that ship worldwide. You can convert funds on your own terms and collect and pay in local currencies. You can save up to 8 times on foreign exchange and up to 5% on cross-border transfers, keeping costs of international Shopify and Amazon stores low. Again, ideal for someone like me who's spending tens of thousands of dollars on shipping every year. It's super easy to sign up and takes around 10 to 15 minutes. Once you're in, you'll be able to see balances, exchange rates, and manage your Visa card if your business is registered in Hong Kong, and also coming soon to businesses in the UK. Business customers will also have access to great support in the app, so any issues, Currency are always available to help. I'll leave a link to Currency in the description below, or you can use the QR code. Anyone who uses my link can transact up to $10,000 fee-free, so make sure to check it out. So working for other people, in my case doing design work and managing clients, it's a great way, if not the best way, to learn some skills that are necessary to make a sort of above average income. I'm talking about skills like how to talk to people, how to sell, how to present yourself, how to sound confident when you speak, things like that, speaking to clients and stuff, how to manage client expectations, and how to be disciplined with your work. Even though I really enjoy talking to clients, discussing their ideas, working with them, sometimes you do end up coming across the odd client that is quite difficult to manage. I remember one client where they were basically just expecting me to move the earth for very little money. And yeah, they were just expecting me to do so much. They weren't very nice, unfortunately, just very demanding. And because it was quite early on in my sort of design career, I didn't really have the experience or know how to manage a client like that, know how to manage a difficult client like that. But luckily, I just cut ties with them. I didn't even care about the money. I didn't care about how much they owed me. I just cut ties with them. And yeah, it was just a good sort of lesson that I learned. And since then, I put a lot more effort into contracts, making sure that the contract has what the client expects, what I can deliver, and for the price that I can deliver it for. It's just things like that that you learn whilst doing the job. I also found myself chasing clients a lot, especially when it comes to things like just kickstarting a project, getting it going, or getting an invoice paid. Yeah, these sorts of things can really slow down projects, can really make things a pain in the ass, to be honest with you. So I know I just didn't want to keep doing that. I don't want to be spending time. I don't want to be wasting time chasing up things like that. It just really isn't worth it. This made me realize that I wanted to generate income without having to depend directly on other people or businesses or clients and things like that. I wanted something that was a lot more scalable, which brings me to my third reason. Time versus money. I think I realized quite early on in my career that the most important thing to me, and something I've mentioned in so many other videos, is time. Time is the most valuable thing. There's only so much of my time that I can actually sell. So if I'm working 30, 40, 50 hours a week, whatever it might be, and I attach a value to one of those hours, say $50 an hour, $100 an hour, whatever it is, I'm still attaching a value to my hour. And that just doesn't scale. It's not something that can really scale at all. With time being such a limited resource, I want to spend that time doing things I actually want to do. And I want to spend less time actually doing work, spending 30, 40 hours, 50 hours a week in the office just behind my computer screen. I've always been very protective over my time. And ever since having cancer 2 years ago, I'm even more protective over it now. I'm even more thinking to myself, I really don't want to waste time doing things I don't want to do. So I decided to go all in on the businesses that I knew could scale, things like building an audience on YouTube, you guys watching videos, selling digital products, selling my physical products through my store ULX. And the output of these businesses isn't directly tied to my time. So, if I have my store going, if I have my digital products going, I don't actually have to be awake or have to be working on that thing at that very moment to make money. It's not like I need to be behind a desk 9 till 5 every day. I can go to bed and I know that I can wake up and I can see how many sales I've got in or whatever else it is. So yeah, it's just really nice not having it tied to my time. And I also knew that I could leverage employees. So that's why I've hired people to run other parts of the businesses that aren't really worth me spending time on. And usually I can hire people that are a lot more experienced, have a lot more expertise in that side of the business. So for example, I have someone who manages product sourcing and I have someone managing shipping and customer service. Being able to sort of hand those things out to other people who can dedicate their time to it, they're going to do it much better than I will. And they're also going to know a lot more than I do actually doing that job. There's only so much that I can learn. There's only so many parts of the businesses that I can run. Being able to leverage other people, being able to have employees do all that sort of stuff for me, yeah, it really helps me scale the business. Now, I'm not saying you should just go out there and quit your job, because starting a business does come with so much risk. You could spend months or years and a lot of money to then make no money at all and waste a lot of time as well. So the safer option is, of course, having a job, and there's nothing wrong with having a job. Having a 9-to-5 job where you get a fixed salary and you know you're going to get that salary, you know you're secure, you get benefits in that job. Yeah, it is just a lot more secure. But for me personally, I knew that I don't want to be an employee. I don't want to be tying my time to clients and other sort of people or whatever else. I want to be able to have a lot more control over my time. And it's why I'm doing all of this. I might have a year where I really don't make that much money. I might not make much profit. I might have another year where I make a lot of money. But like I said earlier, I like to think of myself as quite sensible with my money. I do like to think long term. So it's been working well for me. And yeah, I've been very happy with it. I love doing what I do now, and I'm glad I quit doing basically most of my client work. I do sometimes do client work here and there, but that's actually usually for friends, sort of business friends and other friends I've met. I rarely ever actually take on other client work anymore. Thanks again to Currency for sponsoring this video. Make sure to check it out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to also subscribe to my newsletter, which I send out once a month. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter and subscribe for more.